Working on a weekend like usual. Way off in the deep end like usual. Niggas swear they passed us, they doing too much. Haven't done my...
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Aisa if you don't know me, and thank you guys so much for stopping on this video. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to revive a synthetic wig and make it look brand new. If you want to see more videos like this, definitely hit the subscribe button down below and give this video a like. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. So today we're going to be reviving this blonde bob wig. If you guys are not new to my channel, you know that this wig I've had for a while now, and I got it on Amazon, and it's from Extras Hair. So basically, as you can see, this wig is so tangled now, like it's tangled in the back and I can barely like pass my fingers through. It's tangled in the front, especially. The front is the area that gave me the most like trouble, so we're gonna go ahead and work on it and revive this wig. So the first thing you're gonna need is a white tooth comb, and of course also a brush. I'm gonna use this because the first thing we're gonna start by doing is detangling the hair. And as you can see, like I started off with the white tooth comb, but then realized that it was just way easier with the big brush. So you're gonna see me switch really soon to the other brush, and basically I'm just detangling the hair in small sections and starting off at the bottom and moving my way up. The top part of the hair is really not that tangled. It's really the bottom that like it's just been crazy lately. And I think if you guys have watched my last video, like you could kind of see a little bit that it was like tangled a little bit. But basically, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just detangling, and then I'm gonna go over with my other brush, and then I'm just going to continue with, you know, the other brush throughout the hair because it's just easier. And I did section it off just because, yeah, I didn't want to like have too much hair in the way, so I sectioned it off with a clip. Definitely I would recommend that. It makes life like way easier. As you can see, I'm really taking my time. You want to take your time with this because you want to make sure like the hair is completely detangled, because if it's not, like it's just going to make the process harder in the long run. So make sure everything is detangled really well and take your time. So now moving to the fun part, you're gonna need like either a bowl or a bucket. I just didn't have like a big enough bowl, so I used this bucket. And you're gonna put in boiling hot water. It's really important that the water is boiling, and that's just like really important. So make sure you boil water, and as you can see, I put the water in, but it really wasn't enough to submerge my wig. So what I did, I went ahead and added some more water, and then I think I added another one because it still wasn't enough. Yeah, I did. So I added also a third, um, I guess, pack of water, and now there's enough water. And then I'm gonna go ahead and use this Downy fabric softener, and I'm gonna go ahead and put 1.5 cups inside the water. And basically what this does, fabric softener, it acts as a conditioner for the synthetic hair, because you know synthetic hair is like fibers, so that's why you use Downy fabric softener. And I'm gonna use my I found these, how do you call them, I'm basically using these tongs to mix the water, because obviously the water is boiling hot, so you don't want to like do that with your fingers. So I'm just using that to mix the water. And you can go ahead if you want to and add a little bit of your hair conditioner in there, but personally I didn't do so because I don't have a lot of conditioner left, and I really just want to keep that for my hair, you know. And now I'm just kind of swirling the water in there, and be careful so that you don't get burned when you do this step, guys, because that water was really hot. But yeah, I'm just doing that to get all that fabric softener, and this smelled so good. Like, it diffused like this really nice aroma around the house, like, I swear. But yeah, now that it's basically mixed, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm just showing you guys the wig, how, you know, fuzzy it is and stuff. And I'm gonna go ahead and rinse it in the sink before putting it in this bucket. And I did that just to make sure I wash off everything. Obviously I don't put any got to be glued or anything when I use this wig, but if you definitely use got to be glued or anything, you want to make sure that you rinse off your synthetic wig. Even if you don't, it's better to rinse it off, just so that the hair is not dirty when you put it in this fabric softener, if that makes sense. So I'm basically going to put it in there and make sure everything is submerged. And once it's in there, I'm gonna keep it in there for about 30 minutes, and I'll be right back to show you guys what I do next. So now 30 minutes is up, and I'm gonna use my tongs to basically pick up the wig, because the water was still kind of a little hot, obviously not as hot as before. And as you can see, the water has darkened a little bit, and I believe that's because of like this wig is not like a full lace wig, so the cap inside is black, so that probably like stained a little bit the water. But yeah, basically I'm just taking the wig out and dipping the ends a little more, just to make sure that, you know, they've had enough conditioning, and because those are like the parts that were the most tangled and the fuzziest. So I'm just basically doing that and making sure that, like, you know, they were really well conditioned. So that's what I'm doing over here. I'm just kind of dipping the ends a little bit longer because I want, you know, to make sure everything got in there. And then once I'm done, I'm just going to go ahead and off camera once again, I'll take this to the sink and rinse out, you know, the fabric softener. And basically after I'm done rinsing out the fabric softener, I'm going to use this towel that I laid down here to kind of pat dry my wig, and that's just so that it can be dried a little bit. So now we're gonna go ahead and take this blow dryer and we're gonna blow dry the hair. Now you don't want to use like excessive amount of heat on this, because you do need to remember that this is synthetic hair, and if you use heat that is way too high, it's basically not it might burn off the hair and just cut it off, you know. So what I did, I used this blow dryer on the second setting instead of the third, so it's still like warm heat but not too warm because I didn't want to burn the hair, obviously. And I'm going ahead and just brushing the hair and kind of at the same time blow drying. And you're gonna see, like, pretty soon I'm going to go ahead and change my well, right here I'm changing my technique and kind of blow drying like the hair downwards, if that makes sense. So I'm starting upwards and just blow drying down, and I felt like that was better and easier for me to kind of blow dry this hair and keep it straight, because this hair is straight. It's a straight bob wig, as you saw in the beginning. So I'm just going ahead and doing that, and it kind of took me longer than I expected, just because, you know, like, it took longer to dry. But take your time with this, make sure it's really dried down, make sure you get every inch of the wig, and yeah, just keep going until your hair is dry. Also, another tip I want to give: when you're blow drying the hair, make sure you keep the blow dryer at a distance. You don't want it to be too close to the hair fibers, because once again, you don't want the fibers to burn off. So, you know, make sure you're as far as possible, well, not too far obviously, but you know, you keep it at a distance. And also, this will also prevent the fibers from basically drying off, or especially the ends, because the ends were already kind of dried and damaged, so it's gonna prevent it from being dry. So now I'm gonna go ahead and use my hair straightener, and I'm just doing this because once I was done blow drying, as you can see, some parts were still kind of wavy. I do want to mention that the blow dryer I use on a low heat setting, so I used it on 325 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's just because I don't want to burn the hair off. And I know most wigs, you know, that's kind of the recommended temperature, especially for I would say synthetic wigs. So I went with 325. I didn't want to push it, and honestly, it really did the job awesomely. I don't think I needed to go, you know, any higher than that. And if you can, I would recommend only doing like one pass. But as you can see, you're gonna see a bit like further down that I did go back over a few sections and straighten them a little more, just because, you know, like, I didn't do it well the first time, just because the hair straightener wasn't as hot. I was kind of like, I wasn't that patient that day, guys. So I just started straightening the hair and didn't let the hair straightener like heat enough. So that's why I'm gonna go back and do that section you see right there. But basically, yeah, just take your time. I'm not really sectioning it off like in any specific way. I'm just taking small sections. Definitely work with small sections for best results. I assure you, you'll definitely get best results if you do this. And take your time with this. Obviously, you don't want to burn the hair, so make sure you take your time and just do one section at a time. And yeah, that's basically what I did this entire time. So now I'm gonna go ahead with this polisher, and I'm just gonna add that to the ends. Now the hair is pretty shiny because of the fabric softener, but I wanted to add more shine, so I'm just going ahead and adding that to the ends of the hair mostly. And I feel like that made it feel and look even more like revived, rejuvenated, just juicy altogether. this is the final result. This is how the wig looks. And can we just talk about how just nice and shiny and like better it looks, and I can finally run my hands through it. Downy definitely helped with the tangles in my hair, because in the past I would just brush it through and it would just get tangled again, but now it's like perfect. I don't need to brush it through anymore. But yeah, this is basically how you revive a synthetic wig. I hope this video was really helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really enjoyed trying this out, and I'm surprised at the results. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.